In this video, we're going to be breaking down the doubles flex Y-off close formation in the run and gun offensive playbook. This formation has a lot of unique routes that are really effective. You have some deep fade routes, short corners, things of that nature. So a couple different things as far as audibles for this scheme. I personally really like to come out in this play PA snag just because it's probably my favorite play in the formation. We already have motion halfback angle or motion angle Y wheel. And then you can kind of, again, just, kind of manipulate this however you would like to. In my opinion, Y sail is one of those plays you have to have. This has just been one of the best plays all year long. So we're going to put flood H post in here. We're going to put Y sail in here. And then for the run, if you want to just run the ball, you could have a run audible. For our purposes in this video, I'm going to be continuing just breaking down some passing, but you do have jet touch pass, you have red zone scissors, escape, read option, Y stick. But I really like this motion dagger Y in. And then you also have some really good formations in this as well. You have this Y-off trips nasty, which has been just taking over the game. You have the RPO read flat in here, PA double post, dagger whip, inside zone. So some really nice audibles within this little formation. You have tight open, which tight open has been just one of the best formations to audible to all year long. Really, I like these short corners that we have in here. And then you're also looking for whip routes. So I really like, dig Z spot. I really like the bench dig pivot play, bench return. You got a lot of pivot routes in this formation. Tight flex is a formation I think worth just kind of quickly mentioning. Wide receiver cross, one of the best plays every single year. This play here, halfback option, is a really good play. You have some nice seam streaks. PA read with the play action blocking. You also in here have wide receiver corners bench, PA post shot. So this is a full tight flex that you have access to and can kind of do with whatever you would like. I personally really like the basic kind of setting it up like this because you can hot route pretty much everything else you would want in here. You do have a trips tight end in here as well, and this is a really good trips out of run and gun. You have PA cross, which I would put in your audibles. So you have PA cross. You have verticals, which is always a good play. PA slot corner with that short post route, which is really effective. And then you have a couple different things. You go curl flat. I really like flood for the tight end crosser. You have speed option. This is even a formation that honestly, if you wanted to, you could come out in this. Trips tight end, obviously a really good formation in the game. But you see, you just have a lot of really good formations to audible around into. You also have bunch X nasty in this. So again, just some really good plays. I really like this motion speed dig under, and then you could do all kinds of other stuff. I mean, you've got this kind of secret little empty formation with short posts, short corners. You have an RPO in here. You have double outs. You have smash return. And then you actually, in this formation, which is kind of cool, you have dig return as well in here. So kind of a unique bunch X nasty. This double outs play probably replace this with any of these other plays. But again, up to you what you want to do with your bunch nasty. I'm just showing you that you have this formation. So again, just a lot of really good things in this playbook that you can be audibling into situationally. And you still have this doubles flex close, which we are going to get into. So PA snag, why do you like this play? Because it has a short post to this outside player. This is kind of a unique tight alignment, if you will. This guy's like super close to the line of scrimmage. You'll see here, flood post. It gives you a short corner and a short post, which I really like having those. And then if you take a look at Y sail, you have this glitchy fade route to the right side, the stock table, the tight end corner, which is really nice. And then if you look at this play motion dagger in, you have kind of this unique little, this unique streak. And then you actually have the motion out running back whip, which is kind of a cool route to have. And then you have a short corner and you have like a speed in route. So some cool routes in here. Motion angle wheel is also really good. As you have a short corner, you have this kind of like little like hitch and go route. And then you also have the routes on the right side. So first setup is going to be out of PA snag. And the way that I like to run this play, I think the most basic way to run the play is to run 2 drag routes in a streak. So it looks like this. And I leave the play action here. And what you're going to see is these drags do a good job of pulling down the yellows. And then you can throw your post. Your short post is going to kill literally every coverage in the game. I don't care if it's man. I don't care if it's zone. Your short post is going to kill it. Of course, I say that. The only thing that can really guard it is shaded down and inside man under. That can sometimes, doesn't always, can sometimes give this a little bit of trouble. But in general, this is going to be a pretty safe call. And then if you are, if your post is bagged in man, one of your crossing routes is going to get open underneath. You also, in this play, have this other setup that I like out of this, which would basically be a combo that looks like this. The other cool part I think about this formation is if you motion the running back to the left side, it turns this into kind of like a unique 5 wide type formation. So we do that, little motion out, and then we can take this tight end short corner. The cool part about the short corner that I really like is most people are going to be hard flatting out of a cover 4. And so this short corner from the tight end is really, really good when we force them to hard flat. So as you see right there, able to just take advantage of that. And then what this basically is going to do, this tight end corner, it's going to force them to play kind of cover 2 coverage. Okay. So if they do go to that cover 2, you'll see this will play a lot better. You see that corner routes gets played a lot better by that outside guy. But what's nice about this offense is if they do want to run cover 2, you have the routes to really destroy it. The first one is this Y sail setup. We're just going to streak the tight end, and what you're going to see here is when that safety turns his hips to the inside, you can throw this fade with a pass lead up into the outside for a nice hitter. If you feel like that's a little too close, then what I would recommend is go to Y sail, stem the tight end corner down 1, and drag the slot. So it looks like this. And now you've got that kind of deep corner that's going to do a really nice job at just getting over the top of that cover 2 cloud flat. This is also something that I'll go to against cover 3, cover 4. And the reason I like this is because they basically have to switch stick to the tight end. That corner is a really nice corner route. It runs real fast. And so this all kind of happens like in a second. So they're going to have to switch stick onto the flat defender, or they're going to have to switch stick onto the quarter. And if they do switch stick onto the quarter, you have potential to throw the streak for a touchdown. The other thing that you'll have in this is you can throw this in route. It's a little bit closed right here, but you got to understand, typically people are going to send 4 at you. And so with them sending 4 at you, one of these yellows would not be in the middle of the field. But also the user has to kind of go out there to guard the tight end. So if you just think about practically what it would look like, it really practically look more something like this. And so this drag would hold this yellow, and you would be able to throw this in route. So you see here how this kind of plays, and you get a nice in route on the back side of the play. So those are some of my favorite plays so far in this little offense. I did want to quickly point out a couple other setups that I really like. One of them is I love the short corner to the side, to the right side. So again, if they're running like cover 4 hard flat, okay. One of my favorite route plays is to just run this with like a tight end streak. And what you're going to see is this short corner. It's really hard to cover this short corner. These short corners, short posts are really good because they just get a lot better spacing within zone. But you just see this short corner, really nice, runs real nice. It's a nice man beater as well. So like if they do run man coverage on you, this short corner out of flood H post, you'll see here, he's going to get kind of this cut to the right side and get open against man. You also have, which is important to show, you also have this short post. And we can kind of build around the short post, but I just want to show you the route against man coverage. And you see it just cooks and fries. Very easy against man. So what I like to do with this play is I kind of like to make this a little bit of an everything beater. And so the way we're going to do that is I'm going to go to a speed out, stemmed up once on this back side. I'm going to drag my tight end, and then I'm going to streak this outside player. Tight end drags are really good. If you want to put the Texas out there, you can. If you want to put just a table, you can put a table, or you can just block the running back. But basically, you always kind of peek out here at the speed out, see if you have that isolated one-on-one. That's normally a really good read and is going to force them to play cover two. And then if they are able to kind of defend that, then this short post, and I'll show a little better example here, this short post on the right side is going to be a winner for you. And you'll kind of see that here. So he gets that nice sharp cut, and he just gets open behind the defenders and just gets into like a really soft spot of the defense. If they run cover two on you, one of my favorite ways to manipulate cover two in this game is with a tight end post or a tight end drag. This tight end drag is really good, and it's just going to get nice separation over the middle. And you can just take what the defense gives you within this play. Another thing that I like about this flood post play is you have this corner route, right? So what I could do with this corner route is kind of build around it. So I could run a running back streak, a tight end drag. Whoops. Actually show that a little better here. But you see how good this corner route is. It just gets into a nice area. So I would go flood post, streak the running back, I drag the tight end. So you see how it kind of looks like this. And then on this left side, I would probably do a streak and a stemmed up speed out, or a C route even over here on the left side. The reason I like this is because this corner is just kind of a nice isolation route that you can throw. And then this your main concept is really going to be your running back in the middle of the field. And you'll see here kind of what I'm looking at. But basically, you'll see how the running back kind of just can kind of get into a soft spot of the area. So I really like flood H post. Another setup that I like is out of this. Whoops, I messed up audible to another formation. Motion Dagger YN, I believe, has this running back whip. So a couple ways that you could kind of run this play. What I like to do, this route is a little interesting. If you were to just run this route like this on a cover two, you'll see how this kind of plays. But basically, this guy does run to the left pretty nice. But you obviously have to be on the left hash for this to be effective against cover two. But I do like to have the ability to bomb cover two relatively easily within my offense, which I think this does have. So if we go to that play again, motion dagger in. And what I would just do is streak the tight end. And then on the left side, you can really do whatever you want. But basically, you're really looking for this streak. And what you see is once that safety kind of turns his hips, you can kind of throw that up and out, basically, to try to hit that over the top of that. Let's see if we can actually throw this. This might not actually be a good read for us. Let's push this guy out. And kind of put him on a streak, and you see they almost like cross. And then, like if it's cover four, you still have a short corner on that other side. But this this route to CD can sometimes get open. Let's see if we can get it open here. Let's stem it up a little bit. Almost like a corner route or kind of a glitchy fade. See how he's kind of running. Yeah, it's kind of a tough read to make, not going to lie. But you do have the ability to bomb cover two on the left. I'll have to lab this up, but I'm almost positive there's a way to get this to work on the left side here. I just don't know if I have to stem this up or like kind of exactly how to do it. But basically, see here. And he's just kind of playing really good on it right now, so we'll just leave it alone. But I know there's some way to use this motion dagger in play to beat cover two. I don't know if it's flipping the play or what it is. Also, I wanted to take a look here at this little speed in. It's kind of a slow in. It's not as fast as I would run it to run, but you can stem this down. So it's like a super under horizontal in. But anyway, so we've given you the ability to attack on a right side. So now I want to go to this motion angle Y wheel. What makes this play really good is you have a short corner here to the left side. So if they're running a lot of cover three and cover four, this is a really nice route to be able to attack kind of this left side. You see here, just runs super sharp. And it's just one of those routes that's going to get into kind of a soft spot of zone coverage. Specifically hard flat coverage, which is kind of what we're forcing them to call. But again, I just want to show you the corner route So you see here, just super sharp cutting corner. Does a good job of beating man. And then if you were to run this on this hash mark and give it a little bit more space to develop, you'll see that this motion angle play is pretty good. You'll get a nice clear out on that outside. See here, kind of a sharper corner that makes it harder to switch stick. And then you're kind of able to build around that on the back end of this, where we would probably honestly go with a drag because this guy's a lot closer, streak the running back, and then just a basically like a clear out. So what I like to do at the first is I'll have to read this tight end wheel. If they're not playing hard flats, it's a great little snap throw. Just get the ball out of your hands quick. And then if they are playing hard flats, what you'll see here is the running back has a chance to be able to get open. Let's see if I can show that. So you see here, running back, not really there, but that we just kind of work our eyes back left. And you see we're able to hit that. So I really like that short corner. One little disclaimer on the short corner, if they play cover 2, they will be able to cover that short corner. And then the other thing I wanted to show is if they play like a curl flat, you're still going to get a nice leverage to be able to get out there and make an easy throw on that. So you're not really messed up that direction. One other thing I did want to go over with this motion play is in this formation, you can motion. See where this tight end goes. You can motion like a tight end in like this. Against this cover 2, you might get this fade. That was kind of a little, but you see how he kind of gets over the top of that safety. Like, there's a window to throw it. I just have to kind of test it a little bit more. Let's see if there's any other mainstay routes. Talked about motion dig under slightly. Let's take a look at this. So the cool part is these are like running back return routes, running back whip routes. Talk a little bit about jet pass. Escape is a good play as well. Red zone scissors, kind of similar. This Y stick play has kind of a really unique post route. I really want to focus in on this motion dig under and motion, these two return route plays actually. So the other thing that you have in here is you have a running back return route. I don't know what this route is. Let's take a look at this route on the left. Just see what that is. It's like a super underneath drag route. That's kind of a neat route. But anyways, what you have with this, what I would do with this little return route is I would use this streak here on the left side. And then really what I would basically do here is, you could either put the tight end on a corner and then do like a stemmed up in route like this. Or you could put the tight end on a post and a corner like this. Either way, but basically what will happen is you have this little return route over the middle of the field that's going to get into kind of some nice areas, and then you also have kind of this post coming on the over the other sideline. So you have that, and then the other thing you have here is you can go to motion dagger Y in, and you have the same combination, but now you're using a zig route. So we could do a combo. Really whatever you want to do on this left side. What I'd probably recommend is like a drag and a post like this. The reason I like this setup is because this running back zig is going to kind of get into a nice area. And you see here, watch the yellow is going to take a step inside, and the whip route just gets wide open in this little soft spot. So these are some ways that you can kind of manipulate things within this formation. And then, like I said in the beginning, you can audible around to a lot of stuff. For example, you have this trip set in flood play. What I would do for a setup is I'd flat the outside receiver, slant the inside receiver like this. This basically just became motion Y post. Not as good as motion Y post, but it's still really pretty decent. Having that tight end come like that across the middle. You have PA post shot. What's cool about PA post shot is it'll bomb every coverage. And then it's also just really, really good against man coverage. But this deep post here has potential for sure, right, to get over the top. And then you also have the tight open, and you even have this wild trips nasty. So what I would do is every now and then, audible this RPO. This RPO is the best RPO in the game, and it's just really hard to stop. So kind of mix that RPO in, mix some of the other setups we talk about in our Chiefs ebooks. But again, this is just kind of a fun little offense. There's a lot to this offense, but I do think this offense has kind of a combination of a lot of the good playbooks in this game. And you still have an or a sharp cutting post in this playbook on the left side. And then you also still have this motion angle play, which I think is a really, really nice combo. This is a great little bomb play that you have. This crosser is in a really nice area of the field. Let me try to kind of showcase that on cover 4 here. So I'm going to move the ball over here, and I want you to just watch this route out of motion angle wheel. Just streak the running back, snap. Watch this crosser. It's a super deep crosser. And you'll see against cover 4 and stuff, you can kind of get it over here. So what I like about this play, this play specifically against like cover 3 is really what it's best against. Is against cover 3, this is a touchdown. You'll see here he's going to cross kind of the face. And then there's this like window to throw it. I think I threw it a little late there. But you can also turn this into like a skinny post almost. So the way you do that is you're just going to stem this post up a couple ticks. So it looks kind of like this. Now it's a little bit more of like a post. And you'll see he'll kind of round it like this. And then you can just see how he can kind of split that cover 3. Now, the deep third is playing out of his mind on this hash. If we're on this hash, you'll probably see that that third won't do that as good. A lot of this has to do with where he's at on the field. But I really like stemming this post up once or twice. And then you'll see kind of once he crosses the face of the safety, it's a touchdown. Obviously, you got to have that kind of time, which in this game is a little iffy. But again, if they're doing a lot of drop 8 stuff on you, you want to try to sneak in a cover 3 beater. This is a really, really good one. You'll see right here. It doesn't even look like it's going to get open. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of like destroys the safety. So it's a really good cover 3 bomb. It's okay against cover 4. It can bomb cover 4. It's just not the best against cover 4. Like, just mainly because it takes long. It takes a minute to develop. So here's like cover 4. And what you'll see is you're waiting for him to pass that quarter, and then you got to throw it all the way over here. But as you see there, I mean, it did kind of bomb the cover 4, so that's pretty nice to know. And then cover 2, it's okay against cover 2. Again, just kind of one of those plays. It's like, it's okay. You'll kind of see here like a deep half has a pretty decent chance at being bomb proof. But if they're doing a cover 2, I mean, there's just so many things that you can hit against any kind of cover 2 in this game. Like even just doing 2 streaks, you're going to be able to hit that. Like you could legitimately justify the play Y-sail with the fade route and 2 streaks like this. Like this to me is totally justifiable in a cover 2 world. Now what you can also do against cover 2 is you can split the safeties right up the middle of the defense for a big play as well. So there's a lot of ways to manipulate cover 2 in this game. But in general, this offense does a really good job at beating cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, really every base coverage. It's also really good against man because you have short posts, you have wheel routes, you have short corner routes. All of those kind of routes are just really, really, really valuable for beating man coverage. So that is the running gun offense. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys want to check out any of my full offensive or defensive ebooks, they are in our school community. You can sign up for that in the description below. $10 will get you access to all of my Madden and College Football 25 offensive and defensive ebooks.